Right, good day, colleagues. I can see more people are joining us. It's 10 o'clock and we'd like to start on the dot, but we'll allow more people to join through. Please, with just an emoji thumbs up if you can hear my audio. Please do show me that you can hear my audio. My name is Christopher Mthenga. If you could just use your emoji to show me that you can hear me, I'd really appreciate it with that before we start. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Lufuno. Thank you, Morgan. Thank you, Mashile. I can see you, Annette. Thank you so much. So I'm audible and we can see more people are joining in. Thank you, Sai. I can see you on that side as well. I'm fully audible. Thank you. All right. Fantastic. I can see another thumbs up there. We're about 15 people. I'll wait a little while because we have about 30 reservations. But I think once we hit the 20 mark, we'll definitely get going. Thank you so much. All right. We're on the 17 mark, so I can see Tandi was joining. Thank you so much for joining us. Fantastic. I can see a comment box on the side there where you can put your questions, but unfortunately, we will not be taking questions because this is a very quick and exciting, creative session that we're going to be having here today, and it will not allow for any kind of questions. It is recorded, it's currently recorded, and this recording will be made available to you after the meeting, perhaps tomorrow, if not Wednesday, the latest. So we're on the 19th person mark. Welcome, Mac G. I hope it's not the real Mac G. Fantastic. All right, we're on the 18th mark. I think we are good to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We really do appreciate your time. My name is Christopher Mthenga. I will be facilitating this session today. We have these sessions every single second week on a Monday at 10 o'clock. So next week, we're not having one, but the week thereafter, you're more than welcome to join. In all these sessions that we're having, it's called a pop-in training session. They're powered by the SANEF Digitization Drive. We are from Mediate Media, a company that has been commissioned by SANEF to take on the digitization and also the community media support services for South Africa. So my name is Christopher Mthenga, and I am a part of Mediate Media, and we are engaged with a lot of other publishers and radio stations to help them with streamlining their workflows within their organizations. So every single time we put together a training session on every single second Monday of the months, we go by what are the needs. So we've been having a lot of people coming to us and saying, Chris, oh, the design programs are too expensive. Adobe Creative Suite is too expensive. We can't afford it. We have to outsource our design to a designer, and they cost an arm and a leg. But sometimes we don't even go to press because unfortunately the clients, when they see the mock-up, they commit, but they don't make payments, so we lose money at the end of the day. Others come to us and say, look, we're using Coral Draw, but then we don't know the functionalities of Coral Draw, etc. All those kind of issues. So we then had to look and say to ourselves, okay, well, what is it that we're going to do to help you as publishers, you as radio stations, and you as community TV as well, on how you can best utilize what is freely available for you out there. So other designers would say, oh no, I don't want to go and use Canva. I've gone to graphic design school. I've had years of experience and I want to start designing from scratch. Good for you. But unfortunately, not everyone is a designer that's here. We've got people from editorial, we've got business managers, entrepreneurs, people who started the business from the ground up. And also we've got designers who unfortunately might not have the resources or the actual tools to actually use. Some of them are using unlicensed software, as an example. Some of you are using people that are in your community, but they don't have the real capacity to carry over a design creative. So today is not really to turn you into a graphic designer overnight. No, it's not going to happen. We are going to be sharing a platform called Canva. If we were in a classroom right now, I'd ask, who knows about Canva? And I'm sure that most of you have been exposed to Canva by now. And you might have also said, Canva's quality is not that great. It's not print ready, etc. So we're going to go and debunk some of those kind of concepts and also look at how best to use Canva. You may have used it before. However, the aim of this training session is to show you other things that you can do on Canva that's going to make your life so much easier. So without further ado, I'm 7 minutes in and we are sitting now with 23 people who have come into the session. Please, if you have not subscribed to the Community Media Support Services website, please go ahead and do so. Therefore, you can get access to more insight, more material, more expertise and advice to help you with your media product. So they say practice what you preach. So what I will do is I will share a screen, and I've created a presentation using Canva, and I'm going to be using Canva through and through. All right. So I'm going to go off. You won't see me anymore because I will be talking to the slides, but also everything will be using one browser. So now when you look at Canva, you go to www.canva.com, but .com, or you can just simply Google it. So let me just share a screen with you right now, then we can dive straight into it. Just allow admin to allow me to share. All right, whilst that's happening, I will then go through and say, in order to use any product online, whether it's Facebook, whether it's a design tool like Canva, you need to create an account. And usually, when you're creating an account, it asks you for a one-click account. So for example, it says, do you want to register as a or log in as a Gmail account or as a Facebook account. It allows you that opportunity. So in this case, I'd like to urge you that you log in on Canva using either a Gmail account that is also linked to your actual mobile device, because you want to work smart when you're working with Canva. Because if you can download Canva on your mobile device, whether it's an iOS, whether it's an Android, you can then also log in with the same credentials. And you will see why I say this. It helps you with the efficiency of being able to work on the go. So as you can see, if you can give me a thumbs up, if you can see the screen, if I can see 2 thumbs up or 3 thumbs up, then I'll confirm that you can see the screen. All right. I think that's enough thumbs up. Do I have a thumbs up? Can you all see the screen? All right, so let me continue. I will then just switch off my camera. Let me move this toolbar to the side. Okay, so now what you have in front of you is Canva. And as you can see, we'll go through the various parts of Canva, but I want to go through to the presentation that I've created for you today. Let it launch. I'm using the browser version. What can you see in front of you if you can just confirm?
Canva pop in.
Let me see. What can you see in front of you? Share screen. Can someone please just confirm? You can unmute yourself. What screen do you see? Does it have Canva pop in?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, I think everyone is muted, right? All right, so let me quickly go and share the screen. Please confirm if you can see it.
Yes.
Yes, you can see.
All right, thanks, Sai. I can see your thumbs up. Fantastic. So you can see right in front of you here, I've got a presentation that I've actually just did today, because I thought, let me just walk through Canva with you. But then I thought, no, let's rather have a presentation that we will then circulate to you, and you can also do the skills transfer with whoever could not attend the session. So what I will do is I will go and press present, and then I will say present. So remember now, I'm actually presenting directly from Canva itself, okay? I'm not presenting now using a PowerPoint as an example. So if you can see the full screen of the presentation, please give me a thumbs up once more.
Yes, you can see.
Yes.
All right, thanks,
Okay.
Morgan. All right, so like I said, this is a Canva pop-in meeting. This is Community Media Support Services powered by SANEF. My name is Christopher Mtwenga. I'm from Mediate Media. And now we're going to be going into what we're going to be covering today. So the trading overview is pretty much to say, what is design? Just like the 4 W's and an H, where, what, why, when, and how that is used in journalism. We also in design look at the form and function as part and parcel of your design process. I'll go into that a little bit later on. Then we're going to look at the Canva account and the workflow. I alluded to the fact that you need to log in with your Gmail account that you can access also on your mobile device, because that's very critical, especially when it comes to workflow within your organization. The second thing is that we're going to look at the Canva tools and the different things that you can actually do. All right. And then the next thing we're going to be doing here is we are going to look at the design templates that are available and also design from scratch. So I'm going to try and do a quick burst design from scratch, and I hope that I can impress you with my skill and my speed. If I'm talking too fast, don't worry. This is recorded as well. All right. Then we're going to look at things such as video editing using Canva and also compression tools that we're going to be using as well. We're then also going to be diving into what we call, in the closing section, in terms of what the community media support services actually do. All right, so let's go into this. Design, remember the first one was form and function. So now let's talk into form and function. Like in journalism, you've got the where, what, when, and why, and how being the fundamentals of putting together an article. If you've got all those things answered, your article is pretty much making sense. If it misses one, then people start speculating and saying, wait a minute, when did this happen? If something says, what happened actually? All right. So with design, it's exactly the same thing. You can't just dive into Canva without understanding the fundamentals of design. The fundamentals of designs are benchmarked within this kind of formula that I thought I'd just break it down. It goes into depth. Look, I've studied graphic design, but I thought maybe let me just bring it down to an understanding whereby a marketer, a salesperson, a designer, even a journalist will understand. So form and function. What is form? Form is pretty much the structure of what you are building, whether it is the type, meaning that it is a full-page advert in a printed newspaper. That is a form. If it's a banner advert on your website, that's a form. It's got a structure, a kind of, it's a triangle or it's a rectangle, it's vertical, it's landscape. So that's form. What size is it? Is it a full page? If you understand these kind of fundamentals, then you'll understand where I'm going with this. And what platform is it as well? So for example, form also forms part of what is the platform? Is it a newspaper? Is it on a radio station? Is it a thumbnail on YouTube? What platform are you using it on? And also frequency forms part of the form, meaning that is it a billboard, meaning a pole standing on the street that is going to be repetitive after maybe 4 or 5 or 6, all right? Meaning that on one billboard, when you're driving on the road, you see one that says this, the next one says that, the next one, that's form, all right? The frequency. And also, is it static or is it animated? So that's pretty much talking about the actual structure. Let me use an example of a chair. A chair has got 4 legs. It is a form. You can see it. It's got a base where you can sit on it. And then it's got 4 legs, right? That's form. You can see it. It needs to be on a surface that is straight. Otherwise, it will not function. Now, going now forward to the next part, which is function. Function. What is this actual design made to do? What is it supposed to yield? What is it supposed to achieve? For example, using the same concept of a chair. If a chair is put on an inclined surface, meaning that a surface that is like a roof of a house that is a 90-degree incline. And then you put a 4-legged chair, which is a form, which is fantastic. It is a form, it's done. You put it on an inclined surface, it will fall because it's not made for that. The function of it is that it needs to be on a base so that a person can sit on it and not fall. But if the form is deformed, if I can say that, and it's a chair and it's got 3 legs, it means it will not have the function. Once you sit on it, you will fall. Now, if you remember this, when you're going through marketing campaigns, when you go through design concepts, and also speaking to clients, you need to always remember form and function. Is it made to inform people? Is it made for branding? Are you designing this to brand or to inform people? Are you designing this to, to have a call to action in particular? The call to action pretty much here is really about what do you want people to do? If you want people to click on something, like for example, if you want them to click on a banner that says register, you don't want them now to land onto a home page where they don't even see where to register. All right. Now that is what we call call to action. The call to action is to have a functional function behind it. If you send people to say, like this, like our Facebook page, and you put a little button on this banner, it means that you need to send them to where they can like your Facebook page, not to a website. Now, for example, if you put a cell phone number on a print advert, but yet you don't have someone answering those calls, then it does not have a function, all right? Or if it is for engagement, you want people to engage with the actual ad. What do? You need to put something that is engaging, meaning that you want them to click on this or to forward something, etc. Or do you want to leave a lasting memory? All right, lasting memory being part of branding. Do you want it to be a campaign that resonates with people's minds, talking to their emotions? So let's just recap. We're talking about form and function being the base of design. So let me go through this very quick. I'm going to go through this super quick because we are limited time and I want to get into the design process. Now, if you look at what I've put here, and I'll go through this very quick. Now, Canva, you've got a free version, you've got a paid version, right? Now, you can also still use that free version. If you use the free version, it doesn't mean that necessarily it's not good enough. And I always like to say this to all the partners and the people that we actually service. We say to them, look, if you're going to pay 500 Rand, you better well make sure that you're going to make at least 1,000 Rand from that service. Otherwise, you're losing money. If you're going to pay Canva 500 Rand, you better make 500 Rand extra. All right. So don't pay for something if you don't know where you're going to get that money back. All right. So that's the rule of thumb that I always like to use. The second thing, syncing your device, whether it's your laptop or your cell phone. And also collaboration with your team. As you can see here, I'm hoping that everyone can see the screen. Collaboration with your team and also perhaps your client's team as well. They might have a design department. You might come up with a base concept of an ad, and then you'd send them a link or invite them via email to collaborate on that particular advert using Canva. All right. So this collaboration I learned when I was at Richland Source in America. They actually send clients the actual artwork and the clients does their own advert changes or spelling checks, etc. Then you can also design once and edit and keep editing, right? So you design once, for example, you can design a proposal and then you keep on editing it based on who you are sending the proposal to. So you design once and use infinitely. All right. So that's very important. So if you design, for example, an invoice using Canva, you can always go and change that invoice. You don't need to go and download an invoice program, which is great, or you don't have money to have QuickBooks as an example. You can always design it on a free platform like Canva, and then you just need to change the amounts and the client. Then you can use it on your cell phone and also on your desktop as well. So if I'm going too fast, I do apologize, but I'm sure that you'll be able to get access to this training session via video. And then also it keeps your artwork stored in the cloud, meaning that it's not on your laptop. If your laptop gets stolen, your artwork is gone, you start from scratch. But this one, you've got a cloud that's holding all your artwork and your projects, all right? And then the opportunity to improve your turnaround time. And I emphasize this because I've seen it and I've done it before. I walk out of the office with a client and guess what? By the time I get to the car, I've already sent him the proposal because I've listened to what he wants to say. I've already got a preset template and I know exactly what he wants. So I put his name in there and I send it to him immediately. So that is important. So please do remember to subscribe and also to join the Community Media Support Services platform. All right. Now, what are we going to do today? We're going to create an advert All right, we're going to create an advert, design it from scratch, and also we'll show you how to design it using a template. We're then also going to go to creating a basic template like a proposal or an invoice, but we're going to just do one, and I'll show you examples of the other ones that we've done for people as well. And then we're going to see, if we have time, we will also go into the video editing, which is very quick. And it works exactly the same way as all the other video editing software, but this one is nice because you can integrate your actual creatives or designs or logos into the actual video as well. So let's go. Let's get straight into it. I have stopped sharing the presentation. If you can confirm that you can still see the home page, which you can see on the screen right now. Please confirm if you can see the home page. Okay, I see someone raising hands. Lufuna is saying thumbs up. Fantastic. I guess we are ready to
Yes.
go. So now you can see I'm using the browser version. Okay, I see a raised hand. Does someone want to say something? You can unmute yourself. Or that's just to confirm that you can see.
Yes.
Okay. Let me just make sure that you are seeing the right screen. So now you're seeing the screen where it's loading. And there we go. I see a hand up. Okay, I see the hand has gone down. So let's get going. So this is the dashboard of Canva. When you type in www.canva.com, you get to this platform. On the top right-hand side, that's where you have to be prompted to create an account. This account is the account that you need to make sure that the credentials you use on your cell phone as well, so that you can sync the work that you're doing there and you sync it with the work that you're doing on your desktop. As you can see over here, let me just zoom in. As you can see over here, I'm logged in as mediatemedia@gmail.com, but I can also add another account. Why would you want to add another account? Simply because you might be having an account for, let's say, your publication as being one, and you're doing all ads on there. Then you might have one for your media organization, which is more related to other revenue generating opportunities, as an example, and you want to keep those apart. So you can have multiple accounts logged in, and then you can choose which one you want to choose from. All right, so that's what you get on this side. And as you can see here, just like Facebook, you get notifications. Now, if I click on this notification bar here, I can see Noah Enzel has actually asked me to collaborate on a design. So I won't go into that now, but I'll show you a little bit later on. Then you can also see that you can start your designs using a custom size, or you can also use an existing advert that is there. Let's say it's a full page ad. I'll demonstrate that now. And you can upload it from your computer onto Canva. On the left-hand side of Canva, you've got this thing that's called a burger menu. Now, if you click on the burger menu, you can see it disappears. If you click again, this menu bar appears, if you can move it. All right, then you've got your project templates, etc. So the purpose of this training is not really to go into the actual tools. It's really to show you how you can best utilize this. Right, so the presentation that I showed you earlier on, I created it within literally 15 minutes. All right, because I knew what I wanted to do, and I could just put it down. And I just clicked on presentation and it gave me options. Now, Canva works on templates. The story behind Canva is very exciting. It was a lady who was, I think it's in Australia, who used to do matric, call it year-end, call it matric books for all the matriculants who leave the school. All right, so every single year they used to call it in, year-end books for the school in particular. So she'll take photos and she put together this newsletter or this magazine for the school, and then they'll pay her for that. But the demand became so high that she decided to create a template. And once she created a template, she said, well, we can scale this. We've got the internet now, don't we? Then guess what? There were venture capitalists who said, okay, cool, we'll fund you. And now Canva is a unicorn. It's a massive organization, hiring lots of people and doing some amazing things. All right, so how do you use Canva? You can either use Canva by coming here onto the search bar and typing in what you want to search. For example, if I want to create a YouTube thumbnail as an example, I will then go to YouTube thumbnail, okay? And it should show me all the YouTube thumbnail sizes, okay? As you can see there's the size of the YouTube thumbnail. Now, the reason why I'm emphasizing the search bar over here is because some people get so scared and say, oh, I don't remember all the ads for online, the sizes, etc. You don't need to worry about that because you can always Google the sizes and create from a custom size as over here, which is custom size. And if you click on custom size, it says, what is the size that you want to create, all right? So for example, 978 by 90, I think it's a leaderboard as an example. You can create from scratch, or you can upload one that's existing already to get the exact size. So you can always go and Google the different sizes that you might need. Now, I want to show you something here quickly, what I mean by inserting a specific size. So for example, I will go and upload an existing size. Now it gives me this opportunity to go and find this size inside my computer. So I'm going to go and click on select and choose file. Now, if I go there, it will ask me where I'm going. Let me just quickly go and find the file as an example. We've actually created a folder for you as well that we will circulate on the Community Media Support Services site that will allow you to get access to all the resource material that we are training on today. So I'm going to use a size from a newspaper, for example. So I'm going to upload this newspaper size. As you can see, this is Petoho News from Free State. This is last week's edition that they had. That is the newspaper. So I'm going to go and say, use in a new design. So once I've done that, it will upload this size onto Canva. And I say custom size. If I click on custom size, and there we go. No, not that size. That's not that one. Okay. I've actually already uploaded this one. Okay. Let me just quickly switch off there. But I've already uploaded that one onto our resources. So you can always upload a file directly from your computer by clicking there and clicking choose file, and then you'll be able to get access to that file. So if you scroll further down, you will see there's other templates that you could use. For example, over here, you can say social media. Once you click on social media, it gives you the various sizes, whether it's an Instagram post size, but their size is already there, or whether it is a Facebook post size. If it is an Instagram, for example, an Instagram status, etc., or a cover photo for your Facebook page. All right. So now go back to home. To get back to home, you either click on the Canva logo, or you click on the home button over here. Then you're back at home. All right. Now, if you scroll down, let's quickly do that. Okay. Now, if you scroll down, there's my home. There we go. So the internet is a little bit lagging here. All right. Well, that's loading. Let's go to projects. So you can also go to projects. Projects means that these are projects that you've already designed. For example, this is the presentation that I did for you today, this morning. This is an ad that I loaded from IEC, and I wanted to show you exactly how you can use a preset advert that you can go and redesign, etc. And then this pretty much is familiar to you. This is the ad that we designed to invite you to this. And also, for example, here's another campaign that we are doing for the Press Council. As you can see, there's various publishers there that are collaborating. More than 2 people are actually collaborating on doing these designs. So if you go further on, you can create folders, etc., just to organize your workflow within your organization. So let's go straight into the first session. Let's create a design. So the first one we're going to create a design using a template. So now with creating this design using a template, I am going to create what we call a leaderboard. A leaderboard is an advert size that is usually used. Okay, I think that's a different screen. Let me just confirm if you're seeing the screen that I'm seeing. All right, share the screen. Fantastic. So now I'm going to create a leaderboard. A leaderboard is an ad unit that is usually on top of your website. Now, this ad unit, as you can see, I'm going to create from scratch. Once you've created the size, it's a leaderboard. It asks you as well whether or not you want to use some preset templates. You see this dashboard that you see right here. On the left-hand side, you have all the different tools. And it's very self-explanatory because you can see here, this means all the designs, all the templates that are available for that particular size. Then it gives you an opportunity to say what elements, things like triangles, hearts, etc., that you want to add in the text, and also brand, and also you want to upload directly from your computer, things like logos, etc. So over here, this is a great place to start because you can actually look at the different format and the sizes and how they use them. And then also if you scroll down, you will see this little crown that says Pro. If you are using a non-paid version of Canva, please don't click on these unless you want to remove elements that are paid for, because sometimes you can use the basic fundamentals of the ad size there, where it looks and where the people are. And then you can remove the paid elements, things like the squiggly lines or the vector or the image, which is maybe a paid for stock image, etc. So in this particular case, I want to create using a template. So let me try and create a quick banner advert for you. All right, I just simply select the banner ad. Let's say, for example, I actually don't want this banner advert. I can then just click on this gray area over here anywhere, and then you can select all. All right, by clicking and dragging, as you can see, it has selected all of them. Then you can press the delete button. All right, so that is very easy to do. You can also go back, as an example, to your designs. And as you can see, there they all are. I want to use perhaps this one. There now it comes up, and as you can see, there's an image, there's the text, there's some elements. It is not a free, it's a free version, therefore I can definitely use it. Or maybe I want to trash that one, or I want to trash this one, and I want to replace it, for example, with something else. All right, so let me go back. I'm pressing Control Z, or I want to go back to undo, as you can see over there. Undo, undo, undo. And there we go. You're going back to what you started with. All right. So the basic elements of a design include, especially for online, and I would believe in print as well, unless it is a notice advert, all right, meaning a vacancy ad or a public participation notice in print advertising. So for example, over here, as you can see, there's an image. Images are really, really good for attracting attention, because if you've got only text, you will not be able to get the attention of the person. Remember, form and function. If you want to go for attention, make sure that your image is appealing. All right. You can also collapse this environment here by clicking on this button. All right. Now you've got a bigger workspace that you can work with. Now this is an element. This is a text. As you can see, if I click on the text, it will give me what the text name is, or the font name is. I could change the font by clicking simply on the font itself, or the text itself. All right, let me do that again. Click on there. Then you go onto that side there where it says fonts. Then you can choose the various fonts that you'd like. Say, for example, I'll just go for Impact, which is a font I don't like at all. So I will just go for this one over there. All right. Now I'm designing this advert based on a template. Okay. Now you can see as well, there's different kind of font formats that you can choose from. For example, let me just use something that's similar. I'm using Impact for this one. And then also you can change the font colors as well by clicking on the text color, as you can see over there. Now, this is a nice tool to use, especially when you've got a logo. And I want to just quickly put in a logo for you. So let's start with resizing. So as you can see, there's a box around the text. You can crop the text box. As you can see, it just goes away. And also you can enlarge it by using the nodes on the top right hand, left hand, and bottom right and bottom left as well. Okay, by making the sizes bigger, as you can see. As you can see, there's some elements in here as well. And you can see these elements, you can do exactly the same thing with those elements. You can do the exact same thing with the images as well. Now, what are we going to do here? We are going to now change this image, and we are going to load another image. By loading another image, meaning that you go to the upload button over here. As you can see, it's a cloud and an arrow, meaning you want to upload something into the internet, into the cloud. So what you do then, you go to upload file. Then you find where that file is in particular. So in this case, I will go to load any file. As an example, I'll load a file there. While it's loaded, you can still click on it, and then guess what? It appears over there. All right. As you can see, you can delete it, or you can click and drag it all the way from here into the box over there, as you can see. Now you can also double click on the actual artwork, on the actual image. Okay, it's just lagging a little bit there. You can double click on the image in order for it to then be enlarged to fit a specific area. As you can see over there, that we are now looking at a lot of people, but guess what? If we do that, all of them are cropped out. All right. So you can also double click, then you can reposition the advert or the image, right? So you can also do that. Okay. So now I'm going to leave it like that. And then I'm going to have a really cool, a catchy phrase, join us. All right. Cadets. Okay. As an example, so I'm going to make this a massive one, and I am going to now take this, and guess what you can also do? You can rotate. All right, let me just quickly show you that properly. You can rotate by using that icon. All right, so let's just crop this a little bit this way, and then we can rotate. Okay, now once you've rotated that, you can also enlarge it a little bit, and then you can put it there. This is disturbing us. You can select both of them by clicking on one and holding in shift. Then now you've got opportunity to click on and to resize both of them. All right. Now you've got an advert in the making here, but guess what? This is not really talking to my colors. I want to go and load a logo. Where do I go for that? I go to upload a logo, and then I'll go click here and upload. You've seen how I've uploaded the one before. Therefore, in this case, I'm just going to use one that's already uploaded. All right. So I'm going to go and choose a logo over there. And then I am going to move aside, and I'm going to say, well, if I ask people to click here, do I really need a website address? No, because they're going to click straight to the website, right? So I'm going to remove this one because it's too repetitive. All right. Then what I want to do here is I want to then have a call to action. Remember, form and function. So now there's a little box there that I can make bigger or smaller, or I can choose these elements on the top, or on the top side, or on the right hand side to make the boxes fit whatever I want to fit. All right. Now there's a little box. I can move it there. I'm going to make a little button. Click on that and I'll say register. All right. Now I've got my little button there, and I'm going to now change the color look of this button. So I want to select it. As you can see over here, the color is gray. Now I can select this tool. And once I select this tool, it gives me this option to go choose a color. But remember, you're not a designer. You might be a designer. You might know how to work with hex elements, which is the color, which is this hashtag over there, gives you the exact color. But you can also use this pen tool over here to sample the actual color that you want. So I'm going to click on this tool, and I'm going to go and sample the red. And then boom, look at that, it turned to red. The nice thing about this, guys, you might not have realized it on Canva, is that once you've clicked on that particular color, it keeps it in your swatch, meaning it keeps it in your library, that this ad has got this color. So if I click on this cadet and I want to change the color, and I want to click on text color, and boom, there it is. And I can change that to that particular color. And then it should change this cadet to this color. All right, now guess what? We have come to pretty much a decent looking ad, even though my logo does not look that great over there, but you can say it's functional. It's got an image, it's people, it's got join us cadets, all right? And you can register here, call to action. Now, what do I want to do with this? I want to now collaborate with someone else. I want someone else to join me in designing this. So you can see I'm logged in as Mediate Media. I want to now ask someone else to join. I can add their email address. For example, I will add an email address that's existing. I'll say Jerry from Soweto Sunrise can join. And guess what it says to you? Hey, guess what? You can join Teams. No, I don't want to join Teams because I don't know how I'm going to make money from Canva as of yet. But I just want Jerry to join me in collaborating with this. So then Jerry is going to be asked to join on this particular artwork. All right. So there we go. Now, what I want to do is I want to go and share. Now, sharing means you want to download the artwork, or you want to actually share it with someone. All right. If you want to download this artwork, you can then go and say download. You choose the actual file format you want. And in this particular case, these are the suggested file formats that they're giving you. Because this is an online ad, they're giving you an option of a PNG, or you can choose an option of a JPEG. For example, we'll use the suggested option, which is the PNG, and then it will ask you to download. All right, then it will download to wherever it is. Now, in this particular case, it says here you are using a premium version of this. Now, it gives you which elements are the paid for version. So now I'll give you a trick here. So you can see that this little thing there and that little thing are the ones that you cannot download. All right. So now what you're going to go do, you're going to go and click on that, and then you're going to select all. Then you can see how sneaky Canva is. There's a little element over there that I want to delete because now that's what they don't want me to use. I'm going to go delete that one. And then again, I'm going to click and select. And then there's a little element there on the us, all right? And that element there, I want to delete because it's a paid for version. Now, guess what? Hey, I can always replace those things if I want to make my artwork look more creative. I can go to elements. Then I can go look for squiggly lines or some other element that I would like to add on to just to supplement what I've removed, all right? Therefore, you can use some of those things, arrows, circles, graphics, etc. Just be careful, don't use the pro version of the things, all right? Now, let's see what happens if I press share. Now, if I press share, it'll ask me, do you want to download? And then guess what? Bob's your uncle. It's downloaded. It's fantastic. So let me quickly go through. Okay, to ask you where you want to download, I want to put it onto my desktop. Let me quickly go through how to design a new advert from scratch. So, for example, I will do a quick one. I want to do a custom size, and I want to say it is 500 by 500. It's a square, and it's pixels. And let me confirm if you see what I see. It's asking me to use the desktop version. Boom. All right. So I'm going to go through this very quick. Share that screen. Same process. Time is running out very quick, so I'll be quick with this one. All right, so I want to do a quick ad. I want to be inspired. I know how to be inspired. So, but this time around, I just want to create a quick call it a quick banner for a YouTube ad, whatever the case is. So I want to just select a square. I want to position it there. I want to go to my uploads of images that I've uploaded. I want to go and select it. I want to put it on the top right-hand corner, right over there. Okay. And then I want to choose text. There's some preset text that you can use as well. I don't know if you're seeing. Close, now you can see. All right. Let's go through this very quick. Okay, you can see. I'm sure you can see. Okay, fantastic. So I've added my logo. I've added a little banner there. And I'll add, this is a banner. Then I will then select that. I will then make it bigger by using this tool over here to make the size bigger. I can change the color. This is just a quick recap. And then I can select the select tool. And then I can select the color that I want. As you can see, I can change the font. Like I said before, you change the font and then Bob's your uncle. Now this, you can duplicate this by either selecting it all and then say duplicate. And then you say, you want to position this one, say, this is an advert. All right. So I think pretty much we've covered this in depth. All right. Now let's look at how you can create templates. So now let's say, for example, this is a ridiculous attempt to making an advert, but I think due to time, I need to rush through this very quickly. So now let's go, for example, to another concept. So I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to, my burger menu. I'm going to go to Home. Now I want to create a template. Now, I've had clients coming to us and say, I've received an RFQ. A client wants to know how much I'm going to quote them for this particular size. And that particular size, for example, it's this size from IEC as an example. So you just want to bring that size into Canva. Okay. Again, sharing the screen so you can see that screen. All right. So now this is the particular size on Canva that the client has brought through, and then they say, we want this advert in the newspaper, so we want to see how you can mock this up and then price it for us. So we say, okay, fantastic, we know what the size of the advert is, but we want the client to actually see it in perspective. So what we then do, we'll go to Home, we'll go and load the front page of the newspaper as an example. Okay, this will all make sense once it displays. So we'll go to, I was asked to join here, this size. Apologies, guys, for jumping screens. All right. Yes, I want to use that. All right. So now you've got here in front of you Peteho News. All right. We did this yesterday quickly just to show a demonstration. So what you can do as a newspaper, for example, you can then pull in your masthead. You can mock up your newspaper. Obviously, this is not going to be print ready. You can mock up your newspaper to exactly the same way how it would look as a newspaper. And obviously, you're not going to send this to the printers to go print because you want to mock something up for your client very quickly. You're going to go to your uploads, and then you're going to go and then put in your advert. Then you're going to put your advert in there as an example. All right. then you're going to say, well, that's the size of the advert. You can then go use something simple. For example, you can go use arrows like that. You can go to the point of an arrow. You can use a block as an example, just showing you a very quick way just to explain to clients, this is the size, this is how much it's going to be. This is probably a what? A 10 by 8 as an example. And then you can say what the size of the 10 by 8 is going to be, all right? Or the amount of the 10 by 8 is. So remember earlier on, I said, build once and generate over and over again. So if you've created this kind of a template for your company, you can always then have this on the go. For example, you know exactly that your rate card, that your newspaper is already set within this project that you've created here. And then if a client asks you, to place a, let me just take that out as an example, to place a full page advert, you can then always go to your uploaded version of the newspaper as an example. Here is one. This is also from Peteho News. You resize it into the size as an example. Just want to go do that. There's the size. Say, for example, there was nothing in here, but you've got your strap line, you've got everything. You can then go and take a client's advert and then just place it there for them. Let me just choose one. Let me just go quickly choose. For lack of better choices, I'm going to choose the same one. All right. Let me just crop it. Say, for example, a municipality sends you an advert. They say, how much would it be? You go in and you go and place it on something that is preset. How useful is this? Because you can use it on Canva. You don't have time to go now to your designer and say, hey, how big will this advert fit? Maybe this advert actually is supposed to fit as a quarter page. All right. So you're going to go now and you're going to go and crop. You leave your strap lines, as you can see there. Please give me a thumbs up if you feel like this is useful. Big thumbs up. Give me some motivation over there. All right. So you can see I'm cropping the strap line. Fantastic. Thank you, Anita. I see you. And then what you can do, you can then say, so you know what? Your advert is actually going to be the size of a quarter page. All right. Now you're going to put a quarter page over there. And then you know already that you've actually put in, let's say, an ad, or let's say a previous edition of your newspaper that has already got a quarter page, already pre-populated this on this template. Then you can put it like that, and then you can do that, put the advert there, say download, you go share. Once you say share, you go say download. You want to download it as a PDF, as an example. You want to download it as a PDF, let's say standard PDF. What size, what page do you want to have? This is now, I'm working on page 3, as you can see over there. So I'm going to click on page 3. Then you go deselect everything and you select page 3. Then you say download. Now, guess what you have on your hand? I could have done something extra here. I could have done this. I could have gone here. I've taken that as a standard. This is how I want to quote my clients. I could have gone back down here to page 3. Then I would have said, boom, this is a quarter page. What is a quarter page? It's 20 by 4, right? So a quarter page, 20 by 4, and it's going to be X amount of money, all right? So now this is very useful, especially if you're on the go, all right? 25,000 Rand is an example, all right? Therefore, your client can now see that's the context. This is how it's going to look, all right? Some of the clients, they actually send you artwork using Word. In Word, you can actually go and save as a PDF, and you can bring it into Canva. So I hope that was useful. I want to share some other projects that we've done for you as well, just to show you what we mean by develop once and use over and over again. So for example, I'm going to go to my menu again. I'm going to go to home. When I'm at home, okay, just confirm I'm using the right screen. Fantastic. I'm going to go to my projects. Now, if I click on project, you will see over here, we've got multiple projects that we have run. All right. The one that we're working on right now, of which I can collaborate with someone. Once I click on that button there, I can say, Jerry. I keep on using Jerry because he asked for collaboration. They say, Jerry, here is a template for me to edit. Okay. He will receive then an email saying, hey, Chris just sent you a template for you to edit. Okay, there we go. So now we've got 3 people collaborating on this. And I'm using the free version, by the way. I'm not using the paid version of Canva. Now let's go further on. Now you can see over here other projects that we've done. But in particular, I want to share one with you that is got to do with your Okay, I'm logged in as a different user here, but I want to show you this one here. So this is the campaign by the Press Council. Yes, I want to use there. Fantastic. So now you can see I can add each and every single one of you on this, and you can then go and populate your face in there. So if I could go and click on that. All right. As you can see, there was a note that I sent Juan. Now you can see what you can do. You can use, let's say this is an example, you can duplicate it. So now I've got two of them. Okay. Then you can go and edit your name and put a different face. For example, I will use Mr. Jerry's face, right? So I'm going to put him there. As you can see, it already assumes the theme that has been put in. Then I'm going to go and edit over there. All right. And then everything else is predetermined. You can use this for your invoices. You can use this for your, you can use it for invoices. You can use it for your, your proposals. You can use it for pretty much anything, but you got to think about it first. Form and function. What do I want to use it for? And is it deserving that I need to apply a lot of time to actually go ahead and do it? All right. Fantastic. Now let's go to video editing. So I'm going to start a new project. I'm going to say create new. Now, what do I want to create? I want to create a YouTube video. So it gives me options of what type of YouTube video I want to create. Is it a landscape? Is it a portrait? Is it shorts? Is it a banner? I want to create a YouTube landscape video. So now it gives me the environment. Let me just see. Yes, I want to use that. Okay. Share screen. Fantastic. So now what it's giving me here, it's giving me an option to do a YouTube visual and not rather a YouTube video. So in this case here, I will see there's a little video there that I can be inspired by, or maybe there's one that's inspiring me thereby. I can use this, I can click on this, and it'll give me the timelines as well, hopefully. So I'm going to go and click on that. Okay, it's not giving me the timelines. Okay, it's just showing me the video. So let's go back out. Let's go to home. Once you click on home, you go to the search bar. All right. If you go to the search bar, you say there, YouTube video. Remember, none of us can actually remember what a YouTube video size is, right? So what we're going to do is here, we're going to say YouTube video. Let's just use that as the size. Thumbs up if you can still see the screen. Great stuff. Thanks, Lufuno. All right, so now what I can do here is I'm going to look at something that's going to be inspiring me so that I don't create from scratch. Okay, so I'm going to look for something that's free. Let's say, for example, it is going to be, that's too gory. Let's look at this. Yeah, let's use that as an example. So I'm going to create from using this template. It's always good to use a preset template so that you can delete what you don't need, but you still have the timelines, you still have all the different goodies that they come with. All right. So we've got 7 minutes left. Let's see if we can dash through this one very quickly. All right, so there's a video that we have actually downloaded. Now, I honestly don't want to use this video, but I've got the timeline here at the bottom. Let me collapse this menu. As you can see at the bottom here, it's showing this big play sign, and it's got these kind of timeline additions. So I don't want to really use this. I'm going to select all, and I'm going to delete. All right, it's still giving me the background. I actually don't want the background either. I want to go and delete the background as well. Now I've got pretty much a transition, I mean, a timeline over here. So I already loaded a video that I want to quickly demo you on. The video is under videos, as you can see, image, videos, audio. Now, for example, I'm going to use this video. Remember, the size of this is already a preset size for YouTube. So I've got this video that I received via WhatsApp. Now I can go and click on the nodes to make it fit perfectly. As you can see, it's not really the conventional size for this particular size, right? Now you can go and play the video. Okay, there's no sound currently. But anyway, so the video is playing. Let me just go look at this. Okay. You can move it around, as you can see. But now let's be creative about this. Let's apply everything that we've learned today. So you've got the video currently under your timeline. But guess what you want to do? You want to create something that is going to be your brand. Okay. So now what you want to do as a brand, you want to go and create something like this. So you want to click on the box. You want to go and drag the box in. All right. Let's say, for example, this is part and parcel of your corporate identity. Let me move this box aside. Okay. I'm going to change this to, let's say, color red. Okay. Then I'm going to go to my uploads. Remember, I've uploaded my logo before and it's under images. And now I'm going to take that logo. I'm going to go and put that logo, let's say, for example, over here. All right. As an example. Okay. Now I want to say, okay, fine. I'm going to use this template all the time. So I want to make sure that people go and subscribe to the community media support services. Okay. So we then say subscribe. Okay. No typos, I hope. There we go. Subscribe. Subscribe is over there. And then what I will do is I will change the font color. Remember, applying all the things that we've spoken about today, font color, all right? And I've changed it to white. But this color, as an example, is not really my corporate identity color. So I'm going to click on that color thing there. I'm going to click on the button to show me the swatch. And then I'm going to click on the pen tool at the bottom so that I can sample the right color for the company that I'm using, all right? Then I'm going to move this image into there. Now, if you look at this, now you've got this video, and now let me just scroll out a little bit so you can see. There's a little button here at the bottom to show you the timeline. And as you can see, what you can do is you can also crop if this video is too long, and you can go and select over there and you can crop it. Okay. But guess what you can also do? You can select that particular video. All right. Then you can right click and you can duplicate. Why would you want to duplicate? You ask yourself the question. I want to duplicate because I've cropped it to this point, but I wanted to pick up somewhere else, right? So now I'm going to enlarge it. Then I'm going to go and crop this part. All right. Now, guess what happens? I've actually cropped a section of the video that I actually don't want to use. All right. So now you can go and, you've got subscribe. You can go and view. If you want to view, you can view over there. You press the word view. Then you can see it will jump. Okay, the sound is a little bit off, but I think we need to schedule another session just for video editing. But I wanted to show it to you and demonstrate how easy it is to actually do video editing. I don't know if you saw the jump between the two. You see now he's talking there and then boom, it jumps to another transition, right? So and then you can also download it as an MP4 over there as an MP4. So without going too far into the video editing, as you can see that subscribe bar has gone across both of the things, right? You can also have transitions between this page and that page. You select on that page for a transition, you go to animate. The animate, I know you all worked on what you call this PowerPoint presentations, and you've got animation, right? But you don't want to go too much into this because otherwise your artwork is going to look very clumsy. So you're going to use something that is transitional. So for example, this will transition nicely from here to there. It won't be too much. It's not flipping in like that. It's not going crazy, like flipping in like that. It's not going like that, or it's not going from the bottom. It's something that is very subtle. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we've almost come to the end, but I want to leave you with a couple of nuggets, and I will use this to give you those nuggets. So understanding that this is a video thing, but I just want to share with you some tools that you can use to assist with your production. And remember, all this is going to be made available to you on the Community Media Support Services website, and also it will be sent to you via email. So what I want to share with you today are some couple of tools that I think would be of value to you and your organization. I talk really fast, and I hope that you have caught up with me. All right, so here we go. Number one, I want to share with you some compression tools, all right? Okay, little compression tools. So what we use as a compression tool, hopefully you can see, we use something called I Love MIG. I Love MIG allows you to select an image either from your SD card on your camera, you bring it up, and then you'll take it through onto the platform, all right? And then it will compress it. It keeps the quality, but it compresses the file size so that you can upload it onto your website. There's also Tiny PNG. Tiny PNG is really great for downloading PNGs that you can bring into your Canva canvas, and then you can use them. PNGs are usually used for deleting the background side of the artwork. All right. So for example, if you want to have a burger and you want to have artwork behind the burger and also text behind the burger, then you can still see a little bit of the burger without having the white space around the burger. Another thing that we can use for video compression, we use something called Video Candy. Video Candy is really good compressing videos, especially when you want to upload them onto YouTube and also onto your website. Another one that we use is PNG Egg, which is really great for downloading PNGs that do not have any background. So for example, if you want to go download something like a burger, that is already deep etched, meaning that it does not have a background, you can go onto a platform called PNG Egg. Another one that is really great is I Love PDFs. This one, it takes JPEGs and compresses them into a PDF. Why would you want to do that? Perhaps you have got a couple of artwork that a designer sent you as JPEGs. You want to put them together as a PDF, then you can use I Love PDF. And then, ladies and gentlemen, please do go to the Community Media Support Services website where you can find all the resources. My name is Christopher. It's 11 o'clock, and I like to keep on time. I hope everybody has had an opportunity to get some insight as to what we're talking about. Build once, apply yourself in the beginning, and make sure that you can use your cell phone as part of the workflow. And please work smart, don't work hard. And that is the main reason why we had this session. So ladies and gentlemen, if I can give a thumbs up or a round of applause so that we can close the session, and we will have this recording circulated to you as well. So thank you so much for having this, taking time out, and also thank you for joining us. Thank you, Anita, I see you. Thank you so much, Lufano. Thank you so much, Andile, I see you. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good day further, and all the best for the rest of the week. I know we're all a deadline for the month end, and all the best. Work smart, don't work hard. Have a good day.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, colleagues.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you,
Hello,
Chris.
Chris.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
everyone.
Chris. Very informative.
No, thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Lulama. Thanks, Morgan. Have a good one. All right, that's a wrap.